me start by asking you all this. Are Brazilians voting for their candidate or against the other? Mr. Suplicy, please begin. And gentlemen, as mentioned, please feel free to interact.
President Lula will make Brazil a more civilized nation with much more justice. His priority is to end the poverty that has increased so much with the government of Bolsonaro.
Mr. Geyer, what would a second term by Bolsonaro will look like?
Well, first, let me just respond to Mr. Suplicy about the civilization and being more civil. During the Lula's term, while he was president, the homicide rate in Brazil skyrocketed. We were having more than 60,000 homicides per year. In the first 2 years of Bolsonaro government, that homicide rate fell by 30%. That is one of the biggest drops in homicide rate in a short period of time that we know of in history of the world. Also, the citizen basic income that Mr. Suplicy mentioned as created by them, they were paying a meager 180 reais in average. That would be something like $40 a month. With Bolsonaro government, that citizen basic income went to 600 reais a month, which is like $130 for each family, plus 200 reais for each member of the family who is working. So we have now poverty going down. We have unemployment going down as low as the last 10 years. Homicide rates going down. As you said, Brazil has always been the promised land for the future. Right. But that future never arrived because we have always been in the hands of the leftist party, the Workers' Party, which now for most of our Brazilian people is not even a party anymore. It's more of a criminal organization with the boss being Lula, right? And when it comes to the elections, what's happening right now, it's fraud after fraud. The Supreme Electoral Court is pulling the strings so that their candidate can become a president. And that is obvious. Even the Wall Street Journal published an article recently in which it said that the president of the Supreme Electoral Court, Alexandre de Moraes, he's now considered the dictator of Brazil, he was favoring Lula. And also, the New York Times said the same thing. And I'm talking about a news outlet that is leftist. So the situation in Brazil is dire. We are no longer a democracy. We no longer have free speech. Just so you know how difficult the situation is. Yeah. What I am telling you here right now on this show, if I say this on my personal website page or on my social network, I can be arrested. Right.